pushing through limits, come what may. Basketball, football, track and field, every sweat drop reveals a heart that's sealed. Got the spirit of champions living in our souls. With the roar of the crowd, we're reaching our goals. State-bound athletes, running like the wind, climbing every mountain, this is where we begin. Wildcats united, we're taking our stand, and cardinal gold with the pride of the land. Feel the energy, see the fire ignite, practice long night.
All right, what's up, Wildcats? It's time for another edition of the Wildcat Way Podcast. I'm Nick Stern. I'm back. My other two guests and hosts, we're not here today, so you guys get to deal with me. As you can see behind us, Stella's. It's the beginning of a new trimester. Stella's Ice Cream is our sponsor for our third trimester with our Wildcat Way expectations of respect, integrity, and the trimester number 3 is positivity. What a great way to end the school year, thinking about positivity. And you guys heard our state-bound song, and that's why these guys are here. We have some representatives of our state-bound wrestling team. So if you guys wouldn't mind introducing yourself and telling Wildcat Nation who you are and how you qualified for state, I guess. Robert, start.
All right. I'm Robert Demicell. I'm a senior. I qualified for state, and I won districts.
What weight class? Like, what are you wrestling at?
I'm 190.
190. Perfect.
I'm Luke Johnson. I wrestle 144. I'm a junior. Qualified by just winning districts.
Not just by winning districts. Like, that's a big deal, right? We'll talk about it later. Brooklyn.
I'm Brooklyn Lanningham. I'm a senior. I wrestle 115. And I got 4th place.
Got 4th place at districts. That's don't be ashamed by that. That's a big accomplishment though of qualifying for state, right? Like that's a huge deal. So we have some, like I'm balding. Robert, you kind of did some things. Talk about what you guys did as going into the state tournament with your hair.
Honestly, we just wanted to embarrass ourselves as bad as we could.
I love it.
I wanted to go with a Chuck Liddell type of look, but I kind of went off script and I started dyeing it weirdly. And
is this, you guys got together as a team or did it all on your own?
No, we got together as a team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was trying to look cool. But
yeah, Luke, what were you going for?
Tiger stripes.
Tiger stripes. And Brooklyn, you're just stylish all the time, though, right? Like this isn't a new thing. No, that's awesome. So we have one more qualifier that's not on the podcast because we didn't have a big enough tape. 2 more qualifiers. So who else do we have that qualified for state?
Senior Luke Mendenhall and sophomore Dean Barnes.
That's awesome. And I think that's who's a first qualifier? Is Deegan a first qualifier?
First qualifier.
That's awesome. Good for him. That's exciting. He's a junior, sophomore this year, so he's got a couple more years. And Luke is a senior, right? So that's awesome. So state tournament is luckily in the Treasure Valley this year, which is awesome. At the Fort Idaho Center, starts tomorrow, right? What are things looking, because that's a huge event that we're putting on. 14 mats, I believe. What classes of the different classes of schools are we all hosting for state?
Everybody's going to be there. 1 through 3A is one division for boys, and we're hosting 3, 4, 5, and 6A, and then the girls are all one classification, which makes it really hard to qualify, and they're all going to be there. It's going to be a big tournament, just like Raleigh Lane, but for it to be on the home turf kind of makes it worth more, easier a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of times it's usually in Pocatello for a couple of years, and I think there's talks about it going back up north again, potentially. What makes it nice to be able to sleep in your own bed? Is that a big deal for you guys, or do you like the going to traveling to Pocatello or somewhere else?
I like traveling. Having it in Nampa's cool, but traveling's always good for building more, like as a team, getting more camaraderie and being more as one.
Brooklyn, you kind of shook your head. You would rather kind of be at home, huh?
Yeah, I like being able to hang out with my friends
Yeah.
after the tournament and going to dinner with my parents afterwards.
Yeah.
And I like going home, going to bed.
Yeah, in your own, sleeping
Yes.
where it's comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is, right? It's for, there are times where it's hugely important to be together as a team and stuff like that, which is neat too, that this is not only a team sport, but right now you guys are individuals, right? Trying to do your best. So let's talk about the state tournament. So it starts Friday, and being qualified by winning districts. Robert, talk first. How do you like your chances?
I love my chances. I think I'm gonna have a pretty challenging, but also a really fun path to the finals.
That's awesome.
And I think that's what's important, is that it's challenging. It's not a cakewalk, or else I'll be just like Drake May, you know.
And then choke at the end. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, leading up. I mean, have you taken a look at the draw that you have, and have you wrestled most of those contestants before?
I've wrestled a few of them actually. I've beaten some of them too. I actually ended up becoming unseeded coming into this tournament, it's just kind of annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
Knowing that like I had a better result in the district tournament and I've beaten some of these kids too, but it's just a chip on my shoulder, honestly.
That's right. Luke, talk about your draw and like what your hopes and dreams and goals that you see for yourself.
I got seeded 6th, so I'm on the bottom side of the bracket. My first match is pretty easy. We've tagged him a bunch of times. Match 2 can go either way. My side of the bracket's pretty beat up. So being one of the only healthy ones, I see it a clear shot kind of the finals, and then winning that and bringing one home.
Brooklyn.
I'm just going to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, if this is my last tournament, whether I do good or do bad, it's kind of just, this is it. So there's really nothing to like dwell upon.
Yeah.
Winning or losing. It's just, I wrestled however long I wrestled and I've had fun while I was doing it. And that's that.
Yeah. One match at a time and see where things take you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. What is it, that mentality, right? Like whether you've wrestled people in the year or not, having that mentality and that confidence. Is there any like film watching that you guys do to prepare for your matches?
Yeah, definitely. Just looking back at big tournaments like Raleigh is where you get to watch a lot of these kids wrestle. And then districts, our district is, for boys, it's the biggest, we're the best ones. Biggest district, we get the top seeding. We have teams like Middleton and Nampa and BK. So our division's stacked, so that's why we take so many kids to state. We get to duel them, wrestle them at districts, see them at tournaments. You kind of get to watch all year and how they progress, because towards the back end of the year, everyone picks it up.
Are there kids that are settling for being unseated by switching weight classes? Because does any of that go on like as you get closer to the district tournament and qualifications and stuff, where I've wrestled a different weight class all year and then I'm going to switch it up because I think I have a better path of making state?
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of those. We can't name names.
Yeah, no, we don't need
want
to
do that.
call them out. But
there's definitely some weights in 5A and 6A that you can see. Some of them are chasing competition and some of them are running from it.
Yeah. What have your coaches done? You know, it's kind of interesting as you guys have finished districts and now some of the other wrestlers that haven't qualified. What have your coaches been able to do to help you get ready for state for this weekend?
Practice is like very personalized. Like usually there's enough coaches there for each of us to wrestle with.
Yeah.
And we kind of just go through like, what do you want to work on and like your go-tos and what you need to work on.
That's awesome. So it is personalized to you. That's great. And do you have enough is it coaches stepping in to wrestle against you? And,
Yep.
and is that helpful for you?
Yes. Definitely pushes you. It makes wrestling coaches, they don't take it easy on you. So it's like your toughest match of the week. Makes the weekend easier.
And I would imagine you've been wrestling kids all year and the same in practices and the same type of kids probably all year. Wrestling coaches, wrestling somebody different. It's going to be having to have you think on your feet as to ways to get points and get away from things, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So state tournament this Friday and Saturday at the Fort Idaho Center. How does it work? Like, do we have any idea of like when championship matches are and things like that? Is that more in the afternoon?
Yeah, that'll be Saturday, like night.
Okay, that's great. The cool thing is I think they've done a really good job of labeling mats. And so if Wildcat Nation wants to go out and check it out, mats are going to be labeled, and there's hopefully going to be a lot of good information details up on the video boards and stuff as to how to follow our Columbia wrestlers and cheer for them. And we just finished our state send-off, and was that a cool experience, getting to walk down the hallway? What does that mean to you guys? Because I'm curious, because I've really never asked this question to anybody. Is it cool, like, to have our student body line the B hallway and send you off in style?
Yeah. It means a lot for me, like, because I always wanted to be there as a underclassman, as a freshman, sophomore. I was always dreaming of walking the hallways, and flexing in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And finally get to do it. Last year did it. This year did it. So it feels great to be there.
Yeah. Luke, what does it mean to you?
Kind of a little awkward, just like when you walk out and you're in the parade of champions.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, especially with how my district tournament ended up, walking alone in districts. I kind of find myself just looking at my feet. It's kind of a personal sport, so I kind of take it more personal.
Yeah. Brooklyn?
I guess I like it because it like kind of shows like the school like that I wrestle, because like looking at me you can't really it's not really that obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So I like showing like girls wrestle and we're not like scary.
Yeah, and wrestling is a huge commitment that you guys put your bodies through, and that it doesn't happen when the season starts in November, right? Like you guys are preparing for this weekend for how long? Like when did you start getting prepared for this season?
Right when I came back from my hip flexor tear in July.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
A month after July. I don't
That's
know
awesome.
what it is.
That's awesome. Robert, whether mentally or physically, when did you start preparing for this weekend?
Before the season even started, really. My mind has been set on state all year, and I'm not too worried about what happens in the regular season. I try to like mimic state almost in each tournament in the regular season. I try to imagine myself in state each tournament and trying to wrestle as free as possible, wrestle the best I possibly can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Wildcat Nation, let's go out to the Fort Idaho Center and support our wrestlers, our 5 Columbia students that qualified for state. It's a big deal. It doesn't just happen without hard work and dedication that you put in. We also have our Wild Pride dance team. They were part of our state walkthrough as well. They're heading to Idaho Falls for their state competition, so we want to wish them luck. We have our district tournament for boys basketball. They're in the district championship game Friday night at ICCU Arena, downtown Boise at 8:00. Mr. Katie's paying for all of our students to get in, so come out and support them as well, and support our wrestlers with our in-town stuff. Busy part of the year as we start the third trimester and finish out a great school year. So, Wildcat Nation, we love you. Have a great rest of your week.